What Isekai would you recommend watching? Because I can't. Because I can't.
And this man's about to say.
Is it the dog one?
oh no, that one.
Because I can't. I think I've only watched RE0 and then Jobless Reincarnation.
Mushoku Tensei, that's a good one.
I think that's the only two I remember.
That's
so sick.
I was gonna say Slime, but definitely watch Mushoku Tensei.
That's the two I've watched. That's the two I've watched. I can't.
Watch Reincarnated as a Slime.
Is it good?
Yeah,
it's good. It's good.
Rimuru, yeah, he's good. Rimuru's gang. I'm telling you.
Because sometimes I feel like the premises of some of the shows I can't get into because it's like
it's like guy who's doing like a shit job gets killed or dies or gets run over by a truck.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? It's the same truck. Did you not see this truck?
It's the same structure.
It's the same truck every time. The same white truck, bro. It's a serial
killer.
No, there is one that I've seen. Oh my god, don't judge me. There is one I've seen. How to Not Summon a Demon Lord.
I think I've heard of it.
I've definitely heard of this.
Yeah. But instead of him dying, he gets summoned into the game. Like he's playing the game, and then he gets summoned by these two characters in the game, and then he's just like in the game as his character. So he's already OP, but he gets summoned into the game as his character is OP.
Almost exactly like that, but because I haven't seen that, I'm just gonna say this one's better. Overlord.
I thought you were gonna say Overlord. I think I tried to watch an episode or two, and I don't think I could get into it.
See, I was the same, but then until I realized they hadn't started the plot. Like the first couple episodes is literally just him confused, just saying we're confused, and then he's like, okay, there's actually, because the game's been left now, there's actually like a ecosystem or politics within the game that he as an outsider can then go in to do whatever he wants. So that's kind of where my curiosity is for Overwatch and Overlord, and that's kind of why I'm watching it. But yeah, because it's not really I'm not really in it to see him progress to be the strongest, because I think it's been highlighted enough times that this guy is
the strongest,
basically like a game dev in the game. He's just doing what he wants. However, he can't just do what he wants because he realizes that they're not just characters, they have their own world. There's consequences to what he does. So that's the interesting bit. It's kind of like, what's the name of that other going to a game one that isn't Sword Art Online? Log Horizon.
That's supposed to be really good.
It was until they dropped season 2 and it just looked like Parliament anime because it's just all politics and I just couldn't take that in. So after it was really good season 1 and then season 2 not so much. Another Isekai is, I forgot what it's called. It's something Grimgar. I don't know if you've seen that, Grimgar. No,
I haven't seen it.
That's a really good one. In fact, there's a video I'll probably send it to you guys after that. I'd recommend you watch the first 5 minutes of, then go watch Grimgar and then watch the rest of it. It's like an analysis video. It's really good. It's basically the same premise. Get reincarnated into a different world, but then it's a world that looks like a typical mythological anime sword stuff, but then it's very real. Like you don't just pick a class as a paladin and you're given a sword. You pick a class as a paladin and you need to learn to actually hold a sword and not die and stuff like that. It's really good. I'd recommend that as well.
I recommend Konosuba.
Yeah, I've watched that. It's only
Konosuba.
Let me check this out.
It's how does it? It's basically like get your like isekai, and then like make everyone like in the party like incompetent, and that's what the show is. Like the guy, like the main guy, like he dies, he gets reincarnated into this room with this goddess, and she's like, oh, you can either like restart your life, or I can reincarnate you into like this magical world.
You chose the
and it's like magical world, okay, and it's like, okay, pick one of these things that you like, because you could take one thing with you. So pick like one of these like OP things, and he's looking at it, and the whole time like she's treating him like shit. She's like, you know what? You're coming with me. And she's like, that's not the rule. And then another goddess comes like, all right, you picked her. You're both going to like to this world, and they both go. Like they're broke, they're weak, they're like, they can't get a job.
She got done dirty.
Yeah, they got like they can't. She could do like weak magic. She's like really strong, but she don't like weak magic, like just like spray water out of her hands. And then you got this other girl who comes in, and then she could do like an explosive magic. Yeah, Megami. She did explosive. She could do explosive magic.
Oh wait, is that the one with the guy with the hat?
Yes. Yeah, she could do explosive magic, but that's it. Like she could do one magic spell a day, and she just
that's it.
on the floor. And then she's coming out or something. And then you got this other girl who's like
darkness.
Yeah, she's like she's a masochist.
Okay, here we go. Okay, you know where this is going.
The show. The thing is like, because there's not the show even doesn't even have that much fan service. So like that aside,
it doesn't
like,
have fan service.
it's a really good comedy. Like
okay.
they take the isekai thing and then they like flip
They
it on its
make
head,
it-
like
make it so
because
funny.
it's so funny to watch.
Like
So-
he has to go and defeat like the demon lord. That's all they have to do. But he's just like
taking long with it.
he's just like, my team is so shit. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. And they even fight him. They fight like one of like his soldiers, but they like fuck up and they basically like destroy the whole town. And they have to like pay that, and then they fight another one, and then they like destroy like this famous guy's mansion, and then like they have to go pay for that. So the whole time is just it's so funny.
But
I can't put it to words how funny it is.
But those ones, I'll probably take that in because it's lighter. But those ones seem real because there's actual ramifications.
yeah,
Like,
it is. Yeah.
even with Mushoku Tensei, there's sure he's in the new world. It's similar. It's very similar to the Grimgar one I was saying. He was a mage, but he wasn't just born in. He just thinks of a level 50 spell. He actually had to learn to use magic. Same with his cousin and stuff. So it's an ultra realistic-y.
So sure.
And there's repercussions as well. Like the whole time in Mushoku Tensei, where he's just like out adventuring doing the stuff, and then there's like
He literally
people
died.
like suffering, like families.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. Yeah, I like
all
that
that
kind of
stuff.
stuff because the world there seems a lot bigger than just the character.
That's
And I
real.
feel
That's
like
one of the bit. Like that's what I'm saying. Do you think that's saturated in terms of an isekai genre?
Isekai genre is
That's
saturated.
That's-
Isekai genre is for sure
it's-
saturated.
That's why I find it very hard to get into it because all I see is every season there's an isekai, and it's like which one is good enough that you could.
It's getting ridiculous now. I've seen one like someone gets reincarnated into a spider.
Yeah, I've
I've
seen
seen one where someone got reincarnated into a sword.
Yeah,
Yeah. I swear
I
there's
saw
one
the
with a
trailer.
a vending machine.
No
I
way.
swear to God, there's one when you
No
get
way.
reincarnated to a vending machine.
I feel like in general, if I'm a mangaka, right, and I'm thinking of what's an easy flip, if that's the terminology to use,
It's a flip.
I'm thinking
It is a flip.
there's already isekais pretty much write themselves. 'Cause
Mm.
the premise of the story is always the same. Somebody
Yeah.
somebody who didn't like his life before, or may have liked his life before, for unknown reasons, dubious van driving, he died. And he wakes up in another world. From then on, the sky is the limit. You can literally, the other world could literally be the world of ants. He gets reincarnated as an ant and has to live in a colony.
He's either like stupidly OP
Or just a regular.
reincarnates into something like stupid.
There was one I was watching a little bit last season, and I forgot to watch one episode, and I just started watching it. It was Immerse in the Shadow. I think Immerse in the Shadow. It's like basically he was like you train every day and whatever, and then the way he died was so stupid. He was training and everything. He headbutted the wall, and then he got so hyped up he jumped in front of a car, like a truck, and the truck.
Ran him over.
Yeah, and then he goes into like world, and it's like everyone can use magic and whatever. Then he trains like to use magic, and he trains and trains and trains, and then he makes it look like he's not strong, and then he's like, but he's very OP, and then like he builds these build like some underground like what's the word? Not system. Like I can't think of the word, but like group. Wow, like underground group, and then they fight. This like he makes up a lie that it's like he's fighting these like this cult when it turns out the cult's actually real. And then he's just fighting it for the rest of the thing. But I dropped it after like 8 episodes, I think, because I just forgot to watch an episode, and then I was like, I don't know whether I like this anyway. So yeah, but yeah, I just find it very hard to watch isekais. I don't know, I just can't get into it.